Confidence can be built. What we have to do is first recognize what we have. My last Terrier, Decaff, she was 3/4 Jack Russell, 1/4 Border Collie. And she was, of all my dogs, the one dog that lacked the most confidence as a youngster. And she didn't have what I would say the generalized confidence to all locations in her life until she was 5 years old. All right. So generalization is that chill, relaxed way your dog is living in your living room. We want to generalize that so that it happens in every situation. And if that's a goal that you have, it takes time and patience, but you can get there. Okay. So a dog is out and they show a lack of confidence, a fear. And what you can do is desensitize them to that fear. And there's two ways of doing it. For example, my puppy, like all my dogs, I want them to swim. So my puppy is not confident around water. Of all the dogs I've owned, she's the first one that, I'm not sure about this water. I'm not sure if I really want to go swimming. Yeah. And again, if left up to chance, some dogs just won't swim. They'll run around the outside of the pool or they'll run around the outside of the pond barking or maybe getting their ankles wet. They'll never go swimming. I want my dogs to love to swim. It's great exercise. It's a great way to cool off and they can all love to swim, but I don't leave it up to chance. I will intentionally grow that confidence. So what I've got right now is she shows fear around water. Now there is, if you can Google this, the John Wayne method of teaching swimming. Just Google John Wayne teaching swimming. And you'll see this old, I don't know if it's even a black and white movie, the actor John Wayne in a Western picking up a small kid and throwing, who said, I can't swim. I'm 6 years old. I can't swim. And he throws him out into the middle of a river. That's called flooding, funny enough, that if you take something like if you're afraid of snakes and you went to a psychologist and said, I'm afraid of snakes. And they said, we're going to desensitize you by flooding. What they would do is they would put you in a pit of snakes until you weren't afraid anymore. Oh, I don't think so. But that's a way that people deal with fears in dogs quite often. Get over it and they surround them with it. Like if I'm a little afraid of kids, they ask the kids to come closer or pick up my puppy. No. Oh, so no. What we're going to do is desensitize it by giving them something they love in the presence of something they're afraid of. But we keep what they're afraid of a long, long, long way away. What's really good if you're trying to build confidence is to create cues, words that mean something amazing is going to happen. So teach your dog to bark by saying, who's a brave dog? Because what happens is when we show our dogs show that they're a little afraid, we go, oh, it's okay, honey. Oh, it's come on. What, honey? It's okay. And we get all gushy and oh, let's change that. So if there's something that your dog might be afraid of, for example, I brought this into the pool that we have here in the house and I just played tug all around the pool. Get that thing. She loves to tug. And so long before I ever brought her near the water, let's just tug around the water. Oh, okay. This is a good place then. Yeah, I could be here. Yeah, I don't mind this place. Yeah. So I changed the trigger to, I'm not sure about this place. That's water. I don't know if I'm being here to wait, this place means tug. Oh my gosh. I love this place. So you might teach your dog to bark by saying, who's a brave dog? And the dog barks at you. And that may be just one way that if they're worried around, I wouldn't do this around other dogs though, but if they're worried because they're in a new environment, who's a brave dog? Bark, bark, bark. Okay, let's tug. Or you might get them to jump up and hand touch. Motion stimulates their arousal and actually helps them to be more confident. Right? So I like tugging, getting them to jump up and hand target, getting to weave between your legs, right? That if a dog is really fearful, then you've made the big mistake of putting them what's called over threshold. Now, sometimes this just comes up upon us. Like we didn't know that, as we're out walking, that we're getting near a preschool and your dog's afraid of kids. And all of a sudden, all these kids are kind of running after you because they want to meet your puppy. That's worst case scenario. All right. So your dog instantly is going to go over threshold, and over threshold means that they are instantly going to show massive signs of fear. Okay. So we want to prevent our dogs from going over threshold of anything that they're afraid of so that we can grow confidence in the face of that fear. And it is possible. You just have to be patient. And most important, you have to write a journal.